Hey everybody, welcome back to the light side. I almost said music reactions. I'm used to doing those throughout the week. We do have the light side music reactions Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. But what we're doing today is Muck Club. This is Sunday afternoon. It's 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and it is time for our Muck Club. It's actually episode number 42. So 42 weeks we've been doing this together. Actually, a couple weeks longer than that, I think, because there was a week or two that I missed. But 42 episodes. So we're moving right up there. We just recently celebrated our 100th episode of Light Side Music Reactions, which I actually started after we started Muck Club. But Muck Club is just once a week, and Music Reactions is anywhere between 4 and 5 times a week, depending on what else is going on. We might upload a different episode of a different series, which would be either the light side conversations, which so far we've only done 2 episodes, but I do have some other ones in the works for the future. So keep on the lookout for those. Also, we do have reaction reviews, which is the flagship show of this channel, but it's kind of dwindled off. I mean, the one that's the most popular has been music reactions. So I guess that's why we're sticking with doing it 4 or 5 times a week, because that's what you guys seem to like. And you guys also seem to like the Mutt Club on the weekends. So that's why we're here. We also started a new series this past week called Random Reactions. And that series, we get a little bit more political and into religious theology, stuff like that, where we don't typically get into as much on our other stuff, like on Mutt Club and on music reactions and reaction reviews. We're not going to get too deep into that sort of stuff. We're going to try to keep it just, simple, straightforward, focused on the music or the trailers or whatever it is, or the food, whatever it is that we're reacting to. But random reactions, we can get into just about anything. Something that pops up in my news feed that it seems interesting to me and I want to comment on it, or maybe something that you guys recommend to me to check out. That is what that's for. Stuff that doesn't fall into the categories of music or TV and movie trailers or food. So that's what that is. But anyway, this is Muck Club, and last weekend we had our big giveaway for our 100th episode, to celebrate our 100th episode of the Light Side Music Reactions. And congratulations on Joel, who won that. But anyway, the gift card that goes with that, congratulations. But today, we are at Wendy's at 283 Muskingum Drive in Marietta, Ohio. And what we are trying out today is the SpongeBob SquarePants 25th anniversary Krabby Patty collab meal. And that's spelled with a K. Krabby, of course, Patty, and then collab is Kollab. And so what this includes is the Wendy's Krabby Patty collab burger, the pineapple under the sea frosty. They also have, you can get ghost pepper saucy nugs, which isn't part of the meal, but you can get those as part of the collaboration. I guess the ghost pepper concept comes from what was the ghost's name that has the ship, the Flying Dutchman. I guess it goes along with that. I passed on that. I didn't get the ghost pepper saucy nugs, mainly because I don't like spicy foods. And so for me to do a review of something that I just don't like, the food in general, wouldn't be fair to the restaurant, and it wouldn't be fair to me to put me through that, and it wouldn't be fair, honestly, to you guys, because they could be the best ghost pepper nuggets in the world, and everybody else would think they're a 10 out of 10, and I would rate them a 0 because I just don't like them. And so that wouldn't be fair to me to rate those, and so I left those out of this review. But I did get the collab meal, which comes with the Wendy's Krabby Patty collab burger, the pineapple under the sea frosty, and medium fries. And the frosty is a small. Okay, so what are those exactly? Well, the Wendy's Krabby Patty collab burger comes with a quarter-pound fresh beef patty, 2 slices of American cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion, and a Krabby collab sauce on what Wendy's calls a toasted premium bun. So basically, this is a Dave's single. It's basically the same thing as a Dave's single. Dave's single is, of course, the quarter-pound beef patty with American cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle, and onion, and it has ketchup and mayonnaise. Now, the Collab Patty burger, or Krabby Patty collab burger, instead of ketchup and mayo, it comes with their Krabby Patty, or their Krabby collab sauce. So, I've heard people comment that it tastes kind of like the Thousand Island dressing, or like the McDonald's Big Mac dressing sort of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and taste it here and find out if we agree with that consensus. But that's what they put on it instead of the lettuce, instead of the ketchup and the mayonnaise. And the Dave single comes with a toasted bun. This one comes with what they call a toasted premium bun. And so I assume that it's a little bit different bun than you would get on a Dave single. Otherwise, they should be pretty similar. But just to compare the two, today I got one of each. I did get the Wendy's Krabby Patty collab burger, and I also got a Dave's single. And I'm going to compare them and let you know how they're similar, how they're different, and honestly, which one I prefer. The Pineapple Under the Sea Frosty is just a vanilla Frosty with a pineapple mango flavored puree swirl. And so if you're familiar with their Frosties, that's basically what it is. It's a vanilla Frosty, but they've got this pineapple mango flavored puree swirl. Of course, that's because SpongeBob lives in a pineapple under the sea. So I'm interested to try that out. Now, on their billboard, when I went through the drive-thru, it said on the billboard, I'll go ahead and hold this up, maybe you can see it. The Krabby Patty meal, it says $9.79 on the billboard. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can zoomed in there. $9.79 for the meal. Well, they charged me $9.99. That's 20 cents extra than what's advertised right there where you place the order. It's only 20 cents, so I'm not going to make a huge deal out of it. But, that is an issue that I've been finding sometimes with fast food places, is you'll go through the drive-thru and there'll be a price listed there. And then when you get your receipt after paying for it, they give you the receipt and it's a different price. And so that is an issue. 20 cents I'm not complaining about. But you do want to fix that, Wendy's. If you're going to charge $9.99, don't put $9.79 on your billboard. The Dave single costs $5.99. It says on the billboard, and they did charge me correctly for that. However, this meal deal is supposed to be $9.79 for the entire thing. According to the billboard here, it shows the picture. I'll hold this up once again. Krabby Patty meal for the whole meal, which it shows a picture of it, includes medium fries, Krabby Patty, and the Pineapple Under the Sea Frosty. All three supposed to be $9.79. And here's a picture. Shoot. Put my finger on it and it went off the screen. Okay, I'll hold up the picture. Hopefully you can see that billboard on there. I don't know if you can make that out or not. But all three of those items, $9.79, it says on the billboard. On my receipt, it says meal deal, $9.99. I already told you that, the 20 cents extra. And then it lists itemized Krabby Patty single, medium fries, and small vanilla pineapple frosty. And next to the small vanilla pineapple frosty, they charged me an extra 50 cents for the frosty. So they charged me 70 cents extra instead of $9.79. This cost me $10.49. So Wendy's, you're not charging on your receipt what is advertised on the billboard right there next to the speaker where you pull up to and place your order. So you need to fix that. I don't know if that's the problem with all the Wendy's. if it's just that one location or what. But this is a message to all the fast food places. Whenever put up your signs with your prices on it, your menus. If you got the price on the menu, you need to be charging. When I get my receipt, it better be the price that's listed on the menu. 20 cents, I wasn't going to complain about, but charge extra on top of that when it clearly says on the billboard that the entire meal, and it shows what's in the meal, those 3 items, for $9.79. And you charge more than that, $10.49 for it. That's just not good business. All right, so I'm not gonna belabor that point anymore. I made my point. That goes for all fast food places. Word to the wise: make sure your prices that you charge match your advertised prices. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. All right, I'm done with that. I can put that away. So the total came to $16.48 for everything you see here. Comes with the bag, and then here's the small Frosty. The Frosty's starting to melt a little bit, so I think I'm gonna eat it first. And I'm going to start with the fries. Actually, let me go ahead and get some of these out here so I can hopefully get a decent thumbnail before I start digging into the food. Oh, great. Okay, and these 2 sandwiches are wrapped identical. There is no way to tell between them which one's which. Wendy's, fix this. You give me 2 different sandwiches. How do I know which one it is? No writing on the label to distinguish. No markings. Fix that, Wendy's. If I order 2 different sandwiches, you need to package them so that you can tell the difference between them. All right, so here's the 2 sandwiches. Here's the medium fries. And here's the Frosty. There we get those logos in there. All right, hopefully that's a nice little thumbnail in there somewhere. Okay. Let's go ahead and dig into these before they get cold. I'm going to start with the fries because I want to dip some of these in the Frosty. I've seen other people doing that and they say it's good. Never done it before. I'm going to try it today. Okay, regular fries. Looking good. Your typical Wendy's fries. Nice and crispy. Look at that one right there. See that little crisp on there? I like that. That's how I like them. Okay. They're lukewarm, but it's been 15 minutes since I ordered them, so I'm not going to hold that against them. Emergency squad. Quick silent prayer for whoever's in need of medical services. Amen. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the Frosty. The fries taste okay. I still think McDonald's are my favorite so far. I do like McDonald's better than these are good, but McDonald's is better, in my opinion. Okay, let's go ahead and open up this Frosty. Boy, it is real runny. Ooh. Got me an ice cream mustache. Okay, mostly I'm just tasting vanilla so far. They did give me a spoon without having to ask, but I did have to ask for the straw. I may end up not needing a straw, but I asked for it just in case. There you can see the puree. It's clear down the bottom. So here I taste the Frosty. Yeah, I want to taste this vanilla. So I need to stir that up a little bit. So I'm stirring it. So that's something I would say to Wendy's. You might want to stir up your Frosty or something a little bit before you serve it. Or put the puree on the top instead of the bottom, so that you actually get that flavor. Because it's gonna, you put it on the top, it's gonna go down into the Frosty. But if you put it down down the bottom and then pour in the ice cream on top of it, you're not gonna get that flavor. Okay, I'm getting the taste of that pineapple. It's very subtle. I'd like it. I wish that flavor was just a little bit stronger. That pineapple puree. So either they would put a little bit more in it, or put it on the top instead of the bottom. Because basically, this is mostly just tasting like a vanilla Frosty, which is fine, but the gimmick is the pineapple in it. So you want to make sure you're able to taste it. Okay, and that's awful runny now. So I've got the heavy stuff out. Let's go ahead and try what everybody says to do. Let's try dipping the fries. That's different. That is a nice combination. Got those nice crispy fries. Got a nice crunch to them. And you got the moisture of the Frosty. And that vanilla taste with the subtle pineapple in it. That's not bad. It is better than just eating the fries by themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the fries by dunking them. And then next time I go to Wendy's, I'm going to try their chili. And I'm going to try dunking the fries in their chili. See how that tastes. Because I've seen people do that too. This is good. Now this is the way to do your fries, especially if your fries are starting to get cool down. You want your fries to be hot. But if they're not hot anymore, try dipping them in your Frosty. So that way you get a little bit of extra flavor to distract from the fact that they're starting to cool down. and also the coolness or the coldness of the Frosty. It's supposed to be cold, so that cancels out the negative of your fries getting cold. You still got that nice flavor of the fries. You still got that crispy crunch, but you're adding a little bit of mixture of a new flavor, plus the new temperature to it as well. So it's giving your mouth a blast of different flavors and textures. It's a nice little trick. I don't know whoever first came up with the idea of dipping fries into the ice cream. This is my first time trying it, and it works. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and chug the rest of this Frosty, because it's all liquid now. That's the other thing, is if it's nice warm weather out, then you're going to have to eat one of these fairly quickly, unless you just like, when I was a kid, we used to like our ice cream soupy, like this. So, if you like it like that, that's fine. But if you want your ice cream to be solid, if it's a warm day out, you're probably gonna want to get to your dessert first. Wow. Got down to the bottom and I got a real strong kick of that pineapple puree. That's too strong. Wow. That definitely needed to be stirred a little bit better throughout the ice cream. Yeah, definitely. So, the Frosty, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I like the flavor, but the distribution of the puree through it is not very good at all. You get on the first 99% of your Frosty, you get hardly any flavor at all of the puree, and it's just too subtle. Then when you get down to the bottom, and this is even after I stirred it up, then when you finally get down to the bottom of it, then you get this quick blast of the puree that's just way too strong. So I think if it was swirled, maybe when they pour the ice cream, do both at the same time. You know how you pour the drizzle and then stir it under as the ice cream goes in, mix it together so that it just naturally swirls through it, instead of just pouring the drizzle into the cup and then pouring the ice cream on top of it. That doesn't work. So that's my recommendation on that. If it is more evenly distributed, I might give it a 7 or an 8. But as it is, I'd give it only a 5. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up the fries. $16.48 for this amount of food. When we get to the end, I'll gauge on how hungry I am after finishing up as to whether it's worth it for the price. As far as volume. Oh! Okay, here's a regular fry. See how crispy that is and solid? Oh, look at this one. See this half of it is almost pure white and real floppy. Looks like they got one fry in there that's uncooked. I don't know how that happened. Let's go ahead and taste the end of it. Oh yeah, that is raw, uncooked. I don't know how that happened. On this side, you can see it's crispy on there. Maybe it was sticking out of the fryer a little bit. I don't know how the fryer works. But this fry is literally only half cooked. It's not bad. Just something different. Got something unique in my meal today. A lot of people, I don't think, can probably say that they got in their fries one that was half cooked. And it's not a bad flavor either. All right, finishing up the fries, we got like I think 2 bites left here. See, most of them are real nice and crispy like this. You've seen me do the fries before, so I'm not showing you anything new here. All right. Wash that down with a little bit of water. Okay. Now let's check, see if we can figure out which one of these sandwiches is which. Okay, this one's definitely the Krabby. You can tell by the sauce on it. Okay. We're going to start with the Dave single. Actually, I'm going to get them both out and compare them side by side. Okay, size-wise, they're identical. Buns look identical. Same on the bottom. Same on the top. Exact same bun. They both feel okay. Kind of glossy. Like almost like they're buttered. You can see this one's definitely cheesier. The one right here. This one you can see more of the tomato in there. Okay, which one's which? Okay, this one that's cheesier. Okay, this is the Krabby Patty one. Okay, so let's start with the Dave single. Open it up. Okay, you got your 2 pickles. You got a couple onion rings on there, or rings of onion on there. There you can see the ketchup, the mustard. Yeah, I see mayonnaise on there. There's tomato on the bottom. And then there's a layer of lettuce. And I like how they do their lettuce. Lift that up and you got your melted American cheese on top of the Dave single bun. And a slice of cheese on the bottom. So you got 2 slices of cheese on there. Alright, it sounds good. Let's go ahead and try it. Okay, not bad. Solid hamburger. Let's go ahead and try the piece of the beef here. The meat tastes good. A little bit on the bland side. I personally would like it seasoned a little bit better. But with the other ingredients, they kind of balance that out a little bit. I like the ingredients that they chose for this. It's a good mixture. I can taste the ketchup. I can taste just a little hint of the mustard, and that's the way I like it. I don't want it to be too overbearing. Can't really taste the mayonnaise. Let me try another bite. The pickle's good. And I taste the lettuce and the tomato. The cheese, I can taste the cheese, but it's kind of subtle. Almost could use just a little bit more cheese, maybe. Can't really taste that mayonnaise. That's the only ingredient I think that I can't really taste on here that's not standing out. Otherwise, it's a good solid sandwich. You got plenty of moisture coming from this tomato and the condiments. And that piece of lettuce really balances that out. And the onion isn't overbearing. There's not too much of it. Yeah, Dave Single's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead. Here's one of the pickles. I'm going to go ahead and try it by itself. It's crunchy. It's not very acidic. It's just got kind of almost a bland, kind of dull flavor to it. It's unusual. I don't know if that's coming from some of the other condiments that rubbed off on it. That pickle there tastes a little bit bland to me. Kind of an unusual, distinctive taste. It's not typically like your pickles taste on these. So, I don't know if that's just that one specific pickle there, or if that's the general thing with all of them. But that was my last one, so I can't try another one. But it's not bad. And of course, when you eat it all together, it balances out really well. So I'd give this on a scale of 1 to 10. I give the Dave Single I'm not sure whether I want to go with a 6.5 or a 7. But it's right in that ballpark. I'd say 6 3/4. That's the first time I've done that. I couldn't decide between a 6.5 or a 7. So I'll give it a 6 3/4. Like I said, it is a nice solid sandwich. It's good, but it doesn't really jump out at me as one of my favorite sandwiches. So I've had better, but it's not bad. So I'll give it a 6 3/4. Okay, now moving on to our final sandwich, the Krabby Patty collab burger. And it's starting to drip on the side here where the tomato is. Ooh. That was a weird taste I just got there from licking that liquid off of it. Very cheesy on it. So, well, let's go ahead and look at the interior. You got the same style bun. Bun feels good. Lift it up. There you can see the special sauce on there. You got 2 rings of onion. You got the tomato. You got your pickles there. And then you got your layer of lettuce. You got your cheese. And your Dave's single patty. And then another layer of cheese underneath. Identical. Absolutely identical to the Dave's single. Except for no ketchup, no mustard, no mayonnaise. And this, instead of those, it has the secret sauce. So let's go ahead. I'm going to try this sauce with my thumb here. I don't know what that is, but it's not McDonald's sauce. It's similar a little bit, but it's different. That's not your typical Thousand Island. It's tangy and sweet. It's not real tangy, it's just real subtle. It reminds me of the Thousand Island sauce, but they've done something with it. So it's a little bit different. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. Okay, it's tasting a lot like the Dave's single. A lot like it. Once again, though, the condiments are different on this. And you can taste the difference. There's not really a lot of the sauce on this. Maybe I took up too much of it off with my finger taste testing it. But it's just a subtle flavor on there. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and try one of those pickles again. Yeah. There's something odd about that pickle. It's got kind of an odd aftertaste to it. And I can't place what it is. It's not like other pickles I've had before. What's that remind me of? It's almost like that puree taste, a little bit, from the Frosty. I don't know. Kind of odd. I'll go ahead and do this one too. It's got a nice crunch to it. There it is. That aftertaste. I've never noticed that before with their pickles. I don't know if it's just these ones today, or if I'd never noticed it before because I never really took them off and ate them individually. When you eat them with the sandwich, they blend nice and well with it. When you take it off individually and just eat the pickles by themselves, that's got kind of an odd aftertaste that I don't really care for that much. I'd give those pickles a 4. But then once you put them on the sandwich, they're fine. But by themselves, now. There, I got a bite of that lettuce. Lettuce tastes good. The tomato is a little bit soggy. Just a little bit. I don't know if that's because of the sauce on it is making it break apart a little bit. But it's not bad. Overall, the sandwich is really good. Yeah, see that sauce on there? Then I'm getting good bite of cheese. Real cheesy. The cheese does taste good. All right, this I'm going to give this out of 10. I'm going to go back to the 6.75, 6 3/4. Not enough difference from the Dave single to really be that distinctive. I do like the combination of the ingredients on the Dave single. That mixture of the ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise is good. Although I would add just a little bit extra of mayonnaise into that mix. Now this one right here, the sauce on this, it's okay. It's similar to the McDonald's Big Mac sauce, but it's inferior. I'll just put it that way. It's not as good. The Big Mac sauce is more complex. If you ever get it, you notice like there's little flecks in it, and there's like little, I don't know, little pieces of onion or something, and the little extra ingredients they put in it. This is more like just a flat sauce. It's not as creamy as the Big Mac sauce, and it's a little bit bolder of a taste, I think. It's got just a little bit more of a punch to it, but this doesn't make sense for me to say it, but at the same time, it's kind of subtle. Which, when I say it, out loud, it seems contradictory to be subtle and yet have a little bit of a kick to it. But somehow, I think what it is it's got a little bit more of a kick to it as far as spiciness. But the Big Mac sauce, on the other hand, is creamier, it's thicker, and it has more texture to it. It's got more flavors. This has one flavor to it that is that little bit of a spicy kick. And that's the only flavor that there really is to it. The Big Mac sauce, on the other hand, has like I would say in my head I would count out 5 or 6 different flavors that are blended together that you can distinctively taste in it. And so, if I were comparing the two sauces, like for example, you can go down to your grocery store and buy some sauces that are knockoffs of these store brand or fast food brand sauces. For example, a few weeks ago, I went to my local Walmart and I found that they're selling Chick-fil-A sauce. So, if, for example, a store like your local grocery store were to offer you a jarred version of Big Mac sauce compared to a jarred version of this Krabby Patty collab sauce, I would go with the Big Mac sauce every time. The Krabby Patty collab sauce is just one flat flavor, which isn't bad. It doesn't taste bad, but if you're comparing it to the Big Mac sauce, on a scale of 1 to 10, the Big Mac sauce in general, I would give it a 9. I love Big Mac sauce. This, on a scale of 1 to 10, just the sauce, I would give it a 5.5. It's just not anywhere in the same ballpark as Big Mac sauce. And so, my final verdict on the Krabby Patty, on a scale of 1 to 10, I already did that. I'll just say, if I were to have to choose between the Dave's single and the Krabby Patty collab sandwich, I would go with the Dave's single. Even if they cost exactly the same. I think what's the difference in price here? They're identical. They're both $5.99. So if you're offering both sandwiches for the same price, they're almost identical anyway. The only difference is the sauce. But I do like their combination of the ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard on the Dave's single. And honestly, it gives it enough moisture to the sandwich that I like that balance that it gives it. And you get more of that with the Dave's single than you do with the Krabby Patty collab sandwich. So the Krabby Patty, by the way, I don't really see how they can call this a Krabby Patty. I don't think it's similar enough to what we know as the Krabby Patty from the SpongeBob cartoon. The ingredients I don't think are exactly the same, and I would expect it to have some more of the unique sort of under the sea ingredients that the Krabby Patty that we see on the cartoons would have, rather than just taking their regular cheeseburger, just like they serve every other day of the week, and putting a Big Mac type of sauce on it and calling that a Krabby Patty. That doesn't fit the description of a Krabby Patty. So as far as great creativity goes and being accurate with the cartoon, I think it's a fail. They didn't accomplish that, and so I may recommend that they market this some other way, in the future, like a year or two down the road. They want to bring it back, call it something different. Don't associate it with SpongeBob, because if you're going to do the Krabby Patty, maybe put like some Krabby Patty sauce on it, like the cartoon describes. Or even there's been some episodes where they put like jellyfish sauce on it. Maybe put some jelly on it, like some blueberry jelly or something that, like they've got the purple jelly. Get some blueberry or blackberry jelly. Get something with like that purple tint to it. Put that on it. That would be something unique. You know, like we've all had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Has anybody ever tried like a cheeseburger with a little bit of blueberry jelly on it? I haven't, but you know, the more I think about it, that might be something to try. And that would be something that I would call a Krabby Patty before I would call this a Krabby Patty. So, as a sandwich goes, this isn't a bad sandwich. As I said, 6 3/4 points out of 10. So it's not bad, but it's just all gimmick, and it doesn't even match the gimmick well enough, I think, to call it SpongeBob Krabby Patty. But that's my verdict. And of course, I didn't review the saucy nugs. Maybe some of you guys enjoy that sort of spicy stuff. Maybe one of you guys can try it and then comment down below and let everybody else know how those are. But did you try the Krabby Patty collab meal? And do you agree or disagree with my analysis of it? What do your taste buds say? And I want to hear how many of you guys liked it, how many of you didn't like it, and you know, let's talk in the comments. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Go ahead and comment down below while you're at it and give me some recommendations on some other places you'd like to see me eat. I found out there's a Jimmy John's close by, not in my town, but in the neighboring town across the river, and they just came out with a pickle witch sandwich. And so it's like a turkey club sandwich, but instead of putting it on a bun, the bun is actually a pickle. So they hollow out a pickle, use that for the bun, and put the meat on the inside. So next week I may head down there and try out Jimmy John's for the first time. Didn't know there was any around here, so I've never had Jimmy John's. So I may go ahead and try that pickle sandwich. And according to some of the reviews I've seen of it, looks like it's pretty small. So I may try a few other items while I'm there as well. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this content. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. That way you'll know whenever we do go live, and you can join us in the chat like today. Before we go, tie of the week. I think I probably showed you this one before. One of my favorite neckties. This is the time of year when I get to wear this. My nice fall autumn leaves necktie. These are my favorite colors. The reds, oranges, greens. I'm sorry, red, oranges, and yellows. Those are my favorite colors. And black. And so I hope you enjoyed that. I had to show up my tie for a week. Not too many weeks I can wear that anymore. Winter's coming. Hat tip to Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. But anyway, once again, thank you guys for watching. Come back throughout the week. Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. We will drop episodes usually of the Light Side Music reactions, and occasionally one of those might be reaction reviews. And then at 2 o'clock p.m. On days when just occasionally, at 2 o'clock p.m. I will drop an episode of Random Reactions. So be on the lookout for those as well. And you know, as you're watching any of these, let me know if you enjoy them, if you don't, and that way I can tell which of these shows you would like to see continue. And the ones that aren't as popular and people don't want to see them. If you don't want to see them, maybe I'll just stop making those ones and concentrate on the ones that you do want to see. Right now, the most popular ones are Mutt Club, like we're doing today, and also music reactions. So, and of course, for the music reactions, head over there. And if you have a favorite artist, favorite singer, songwriter, favorite song that you think I should check out, go ahead and comment that as well. And when we do have our next milestone, like for example, we just last weekend hit 100, our 100th episode of Music Reactions. Whenever we hit one of those milestones, we'll have another free contest giveaway. And so keep those requests coming in, because if you subscribe to the channel and get those requests in, then you'll be eligible to win a prize. And also, make sure that your subscriptions are not set to private, because I can't tell you're subscribed to me if you block me from seeing that you actually subscribe to the channel. And that is one of the qualifications to be eligible to win the prize. We found that out the hard way last week, as I realized I had, how many subscribers was it? I forget how many it was now, 364, I think, subscribers, but only just under 200 of them I could see who they were, that they actually subscribed. So probably about half of you guys that are subscribed, I couldn't, get your name to put it in the hat to draw for you. So yeah, subscribe to the channel and make sure that I can see that you are subscribed. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, and be here tomorrow morning for an episode of the Light Side Music Reactions, and it will be Midnight Special Monday. And we're reacting to Surrender by Cheap Trick, performed on the Midnight Special live in November 1978. So be here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for that. And we'll see you next weekend for another episode of Mutt Club. Have a great week. God bless. Bye, everybody.